The guy worked in the same restaurant for $25 per hour. The shock was tremendous. It shattered the world. It shattered the West. It did affect India as well. There were many other IT companies who started removing people, immediately started holding back all their expenses. Right? There was a knee-jerk reaction across the globe. It is very interesting to see what TCS was doing at that point of time. And again, I will prefer to use another video, a 4-minute video, to take you through that time.
TCS had also announced its Q4 numbers, which came in above the street estimates, driven mostly by strong volume.
Ahead of estimates and industry-leading numbers.
TCS has been in focus today because the stock has surged.
Expansion and then more consolidation trend going on, and more benefiting from both.
Then TCS has never failed to impress, and this quarter is no different.
TCS has been actually a big relief for investors.
50,000 is our total hiring combination as far as next year is concerned.
TCS is betting big on acquisitions.
41 new clients, 11 new deals, and strong volume growth.
TCS, which replaced Mukesh Ambani-led Reliance Industries, is the country's most valued company.
The obvious question in the minds of many of you here will be, is it very difficult to join this company? Well, the answer is yes and no. One need to be very systematic in terms of going about it. And to help you achieve that, what I'm going to do is I'll give you complete transparency, complete picture in terms of what happens in the recruitment process, how do we pick up select students and what they need to do. And the reason for this is, talking to Dr. Manish, I realized we came up in terms of quality of the education. When an educational institution makes somebody engineer and do not equip him or her with right skills, we actually leave that person nowhere. The person says that he is engineer, at the same time will not be able to get engineering job, having got a job will not be able to deliver, cannot do any other low-end job because he or she is an engineer. How he can do something else? What is popularly called is na ghar ka na ghat ka. That is what we end up that person will be. And this is a very unfair deed, unfair act towards that youngster, right? Go back to the pie chart, the PPT will be available. I'm not going back to the slide, but there is an exact data given in terms of what, how much important the management review will be with it. Roughly what happens in technical interview, it is seen that if you have technically competent enough, looked at. And HR interview according to you?
Sir, I think that we want quality and not quantity. So what exactly is quality of a student? I mean, what are the aspects that we want to develop to enhance the quality that the companies demand?
Recruit anyone, you can take a seat. Any person is recruited. The first thing any employer, let it be for any position, the first thing which is looked at is whether the person has the technical exposure for carrying out a job. Right? Having proven that, the next is whether that person will fit into my culture. See, every company has its own way of working. So whether it will fit into the way this company is run for these many years. Right? So if these two are found suitable, then the person is onboarded. There is nothing right and wrong. So if your orientation is different, then you are a different person. Maybe you will fit somewhere else. Right? So, there need not be a explicit preparation. Be the way you are, because you are not selling yourself. You are just letting the interviewers know what you are. And therefore there need not be a preparation for management round. Well, that is not so for technical, because technical you have to read a lot, understand and prepare quite a lot. But management round, you go ahead and say the way you believe the world is. Can I?
Limited knowledge that TCS conducts application process in any particular college. So I would like to know, not my campus, is there any other way with which I can get into TCS?
In fact, there is one happening in Bombay today. And for that, you have to go to the venue of the interview and appear for a walk-in interview. This is one method. The other method is on the career page of TCS, there are links. And there are links specifically for freshers, where you can put in your resume, and depending where you are located, there will be walk-in drive placed near to your residence. You have to participate there. These are the two methods for a fresher to join in case your company is not accredited by TCS or TCS doesn't come to your campus.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Background with electronics and communication engineering.
See, it's like this. If I want to be in a field of entertainment and orchestra, then it is better I know how to sing. So if you are aspiring to be into IT, then it's better to know the tricks of the trade, what happens there. Being completely blind about it, it may not be, it will be rather difficult.
Then sir, how much we should know about it? I mean, how many programming languages we should learn?
Actually, there is nothing like how many. C is taught in the curriculum, right? Does your curriculum have C?
No.
No? See, knowing C, and maybe there are two get toppers, they can enlighten you more on this. But there is nothing like how many. Knowing IT, knowing programming, understanding the way coding is done, these are the basics of IT industry. So it is better to have a good feel of that. I won't like to name you, learn these 3 or these 5, because that will be too theoretical. But not knowing anything certainly is a problem.
Thank you, sir.
Are not employable. That means if 100 engineers are passing out, then 25 do not get job at all. And the incapability, it starts right from the curriculum, the education, the kind of input that is given, your understanding of IT, your reading about IT, and also your personality. How much you know. That you remember that there was a slide, on that slide there was nothing else, but there was only one word called attitude. So do you have the kind of attitude that is needed to get into a corporate? Very often, our fresh engineers, those who belong to this 25%, they fail on this count.
What kind of practical preparations we must done in sort of like we have to kind of practical projects we must work upon in the college life so that it will be beneficial for us when we join the institute or any kind of company.
So see how a project is delivered. If you understand the life cycle, it will certainly help you orient yourself better. See, there are a lot of inputs that are given after you join a company like TCS. TCS have a huge training center in Trivandrum, and Mr. Manmohan Singh, our Prime Minister, was there 2 weeks back, and he inaugurated a training center which is going to be the biggest in the world. 50,000 people can be trained at any one point of time. That big that venue is going to be, right? So in this training, lot of inputs, the life cycle of the project, many things are taught. But you starting early, right in your college, will certainly an advantage. That one lady, she raised her hand. Let us not disappoint her.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
So we do any coding of C, but like time and again we are giving competition exams of TCS that are available online. But what we see the coding which we do and the level of coding they ask. So I will ask the dilemma, what should we do? Like there are stock available internet, the projects available, the level of projects is so high. So what should we do to cope up with that?
First of all, don't think, you're sounding as if you feel the kind of inputs you got are less. Are you from SISTec? Are you from SISTec?
No, sir. I'm from LSU.
See, those who are from very good institute, they already get this kind of input. And those who unfortunately are not, there are enough institutions where one can get the exposure. And finally, what remains is a personal effort, right? So, if there are personal efforts, competence level will go up, and what is more important is confidence level will go up. That confidence level matters a lot, so do not think what you have is less. When you are in front of interviewers, tell them precisely what you know. Be frank in terms of what you do not know. That talks a lot about your personality as well. Right? Don't worry, everything will be alright.
He failed at all because he was not focused on what he came to do, but he focused on all different things that were around him.
The theme of the story is career is very important. There is no question about that. But there is a life beyond career as well.
He is a senior manager, corporate communication at Steel Authority of India Limited. He did his postgraduate diploma, Human Resource Management from Indira Gandhi National Open University in 1997, and has done his Masters in English Literature from Himachal Pradesh University and Bachelor's from Hindu College, Sonipat. He joined Steel Authority of India in 1997 and is currently working as Senior Manager Corporate Communications at Steel Authority of India Limited.
With more than 16 years of experience, he is an expertise in the field of internal and external communication, managing national level print and electronic media campaigns, content creation, agency relation, event management, media relation, developing and implementing key strategies, managing constructive relation with media to support strong communication and ensure regular profiling of company and organizing press conference and interviews. He has also been awarded the gold medal in PG Diploma in Journalism and Communication. So, before calling him, he wants us to watch this video. So please pause it.
I hope you like the corporate film that you just saw. So first of all, let me thank for the kind words, for the introduction that has been made, and for the warm hospitality that the SAGAR group team has extended to us, starting from our arrival last evening till now. And I must compliment the Institute for the wonderful initiative that they have taken in the form of SAGAR SAARTHI. If you try to convert it into English, it would mean maybe they are trying to be your guide in the sea of career choices that you have. And as the Kabir mentioned, that it's primarily aimed at goal setting, goal planning and goal achievement. So what maybe we are doing today together here is helping you in your goal setting and in your goal planning. Of course, goal accomplishment, goal achievement is in your hands, that you can do. And as principal mentioned, that it's a dialogue between aspirants and achievers. And looking at all of you reminds me of my school days. And I would like to share two small instances from days. As was mentioned that when a cousin of ours comes to our home and he has achieved, maybe the course of a career must come from the individual. Remember, jobs are owned by the company. You own your career. And one of the students in question answer section, the previous speaker was asking how I can improve my career prospects and how I can learn more. So from my personal experience, now that I am here, I can share. Most of you might be aware of MOOC courses, mass open online courses. There are websites like Coursera, there are websites like edX. Open thing that you need is free online access to web. Right? If you have a open access to web and you are willing to improve your prospects, you are willing to learn more. It ranges from management to engineering to computers, all topics. You can just Google it out. There are 4 or 5 MOOC courses, and I have done 3 or 4 myself. I am doing more, so you can learn from those courses. And my last request.